New Divock origin found. Liverpool didn't just lose Sadio Mane in the summer. They also said goodbye to Divock Origi and Takumi Minamino. Also, with Roberto Firmino leaving on a potentially free transfer next summer, it's imperative that FSG maintain the depth they need to compete at the highest level. So it's clear that he needs to add more offensive players. But finding an adequate replacement for the aforementioned trio is a difficult task. It's also hard to find a player at the right price. Liverpool added Darwin, Nunez and Fabio Carvalho to the offense this summer, but failed to replace Mane and Origi. But that could change in the winter window with a player on Liverpool's radar who could be the perfect solution. According to reports from Colombia, the same scout that followed Luis Diaz is now watching the next exciting 18-year-old Chicago Fire forward, John Duran. A tall and physically imposing centre forward, Duran reportedly could be bought for as little as £8. 7M, a frugal amount even for Liverpool's budget. The 18-year-old player gave an impressive performance in MLS. He has scored 8 goals and provided 3 assists in 27 games this season. This led to Duran making his senior debut in Colombia on his latest international break. Duran is in the same striker profile as Liverpool's Nunez. He also likes to run behind the defense and uses his speed well to create space. Not only does Duran play for a struggling side in the Eastern Conference with the fewest goals scored, he was also mostly used on the bench at the start of the season, which kept him from improving his stats. Duran has played 1,275 minutes in the league this season, which means he has averaged 0.92 goals contribution per 90 minutes. Based on these stats, it's no surprise that it's landed on Liverpool's radar. If he can even come close to impersonating Diaz, he'll be more than enough replacement for Jürgen Klopp's lost players. It is also reported that the player is also interested in the Spanish and some Premier League teams, and therefore Liverpool wants to act quickly. The young player's contract with the club expires in 2024. Liverpool's Rangers starting lineup has been revealed. It remains to be seen how Liverpool will play against Rangers after their disappointing 3-3 draw. The Reds are looking for ways to give their fans a good game tonight against the Rangers at Anfield. Jürgen Klopp is still searching for answers to his team's current problems. Let's take a look at these problems together. Although Liverpool have been bad this season, Alisson Becker has been outstanding. He was again the Reds' best player against Brighton, and it was largely thanks to him that they took something from the game. In this form, he needs to display his image in every game. Alisson is expected to start the game tonight at 11. Still, there must be some changes ahead. Trent Alexander-Arnold was recently described as incredible by former Reds right back Glenn Johnson. But right now it's not playing anything like that. The 23-year-old was bad again on Saturday and should be taken out of the line of fire on Tuesday. Joe Gomez can add solidity to the position and needs to be replaced. Even though he doesn't look good in the Napoli game, he can do his best to rest Arnold. Klopp trusts him. Right back Joe Gomez is expected to take charge this evening. Virgil van Dijk should also rest with Ibrahima Konate, who is back with Joel Matip. Also, in our video yesterday, we told you that Klopp trusts Konate a lot. We look forward to starting with it tonight. With Andy Robertson eliminated, Kostas Tsimikas appears to be the only option at left back. Liverpool seem very open in the midfield at the moment, and it looks like they need a refresher. So it wouldn't be surprising to see the manager using 4-2-3-1 against Rangers from the start. The two will definitely be any of Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago Alcantara. Among these inner players, Fabinho is definitely the one who needs rest the most. For this reason, it is reported that Klopp will bring together Thiago and Henderson as a dual centre. Due to the change in lineup, Klopp will have an extra body forward. Mohamed Salah looks like he needs rest, but unfortunately Liverpool can't really do without him. On the opposite side, Luis Diaz is expected to return after playing only one half against Brighton. Roberto Firmino kept up his good form and ignited the comeback against Brighton. He's had a good start to the season, and Klopp doesn't want to put him in the backup. For this reason, he is expected to play a deeper role as the back striker. The use of Firmino in this role reveals two candidates for the centre-forward position. Diogo Jota or Darwin Nunez are candidates for this role. Diogo Jota admitted to feeling the pace this season after returning from injury. He also returned late from his national team, and Klopp is expected to give him some more rest and use him as a mover. Therefore, Uruguay's Nunez is expected to start the match. Maddison opportunity from Liverpool. James Maddison will be one of the most sought-after Premier League players of the new year, whose contract expires in 2024, and it could be Liverpool's chance to convince the midfielder to make a move. Leicester failed to secure Maddison to a new contract, and the 25-year-old is likely to leave next year. Newcastle and Tottenham are considering a move to the player in January. But it's not just them, a number of European clubs are getting ready to line up for signings. He has been Leicester's standout player of the season so far and had his best performance against Nottingham Forest on Monday. The English player scored 2 goals and assisted once and dominated the game from the midfield. It is poised to be in demand, and Liverpool may have an advantage over other clubs. Jürgen Klopp's side considers revising the midfield as the biggest goal from the new season. Jude Bellingham is the prime candidate for this region. But the transfer will not be easy because the wages discussed are phenomenal. This is why the Maddison alternative is seen as Plan B. Maddison is a lot cheaper, but he's also a name that could make a great addition to Klopp's midfield. He is a player who can meet the score contribution that the Reds could not get from the midfield. Also, the English player has previously stated how highly he rated Liverpool, especially the fans at Anfield. Liverpool and Leicester had a fun Carabao Cup tie in December last year, with Maddison hitting the tables for visitors before the hosts won on penalties. However, it was a social media post that caught the attention of Liverpool fans after the match, saying, "A brutal end to a great game in the most atmospheric stadium in England." Maddison also comes from a family of Liverpool fans, although he and Jamie Carragher have never been a Reds fan. In 2020, Carragher exclaimed, "He's a Liverpool fan." Maddison replied with a laugh, "No, I'm not." Martin Tyler, the show's host, later interrupted, "You come from a family of Liverpool fans, right?" The Leicester star later confirmed his mother as a huge Liverpool fan. Family commitments are never a sign of where a player might join, but it's clear that Maddison has at least some love for Liverpool. Do you think Maddison can succeed at Liverpool?